Marquis? Marquis? Are you too much of a gentleman for all these hooligans? Do you need a character that can match your prestige stature? Well, cease your rambunctious search, for Marquis is the character for you. Just look at him. This man politely says, gentleman. Plus, his title says so. Now, why don't we look further into how elegant this robot can be and explain his lore? Well, I can't, because it's all locked, so if anyone wants a lore video, let me know, and I will try my damnedest to unlock it all. Other than that, let's talk about his kit. Battleborn is the name of his weapon, Cane. It's equipped with 2 barrels, a sniper and a pistol. The sniper side is his bread and butter. I mean, this puppy has fantastic range, accuracy, and damage. It's essentially where he belongs. The other side is a pistol, which you should rarely be using. The pistol is generally mid-range because Marquis has no business up close. None whatsoever! So stay away from melee users. People like Wrath and Phoebe are your greatest characters. They just don't stop chasing! Now, let's talk about his skills. First up is Marquis's passive, 1, 2, die, which actually translates to 1, 2, die. It's German. Now, if you hit a specific target 2 times, the third bullet does an extra 50% damage. This passive actually works quite nicely and is pretty damn deadly when you're on a roll. A little tip is to always focus on one target rather than switching back and forth, because that just ruins your passive and everything. Next is his first skill, which goes by the name of Temporal Distortion, and that creates a bubble that slows down any enemies who enter it. This nifty bubble lasts 6 seconds. Temporal Distortion is honestly always useful. This is what you'll use when a wrath gets in your face. Turn around, place the bubble in front of you, and run. Generally, there's always a safer play. But don't save it exclusively for escapes. It has a cooldown of 15 seconds, which goes by quicker than you think. Use it on minions or people trying to get away. Like I said, it's almost always useful. The next skill is Predatory Strike. Predatory Strike sends out a cute robotic owl. Just look at it. It's so cute. It's like it was literally built for that. But it has its usefulness as well. Because this cute little bastard, it reveals enemies on your minimap and also damages them. You can have up to 3 of these on the map at once. I don't find myself looking at the minimap as much as I should, but the extra damage they deal always helps. Most people don't notice them in all the chaos. It also works well when you play Predatory Strike into Temporal Distortion, with them being slowed and whatnot. They're easily hit with blast. Now, what do you call a giant sniper blast that comes from a gun called the Battleborn? The Bindle Blast! Get it? Bindle Blast. Blast. Comes from the Bindle. Well, in any case, the Bindle Blast is a slow-moving, all-range blast that increases its damage the further it travels. The Bindle Blast is great for finishing off tanks or picking off the squishies. Making full use of its flight ability can be hard at times, mainly because friendlies can actually stop the bullet, which can be extremely frustrating. Mainly because if you want it doing max damage, you have to shoot from afar. But the farther you go, the more time it takes for the bullet to reach your opponent. And the longer it takes for the bullet to reach your opponent, the higher chance your opponent has of dodging the shot or one of your teammates getting in the way. As asinine as it can be, I wouldn't let that stop you from picking this character because he's honestly really strong without his ult. Now, you might be wondering at this point, what does a gentleman like yourself do with the Helix? Well, my dear sir, allow me to demonstrate. If you would like to skip the formalities, you can simply look in the description on what to do with the Helix. Well, on with this show! At the beginning, you want to start with the left, being called the Greater Houdini, mainly because the extra damage helps. And you don't spend that much time with your teammates to make full use of waste makes haste. At level 2, go right for Whodunit. Whodunit, because it cloaks. It's a great joke, okay? Puns are top tier. Anyways, Whodunit cloaks Predatory Strike, which makes him that much less noticeable. I mean, remember, you're getting shot, you're worrying about minions. Seeing a little bastard flying around is the least of your worries. And although Phase Flyer can be good, you usually want him in a high traffic area where there isn't much to collide with. Now, if you look to your right, you'll see Executive Barrel Porting, which makes it easier to land those consistent shots, therefore making better use of your passes, which you definitely. After that, go left and get Time Killer because it makes it so much more useful. You can either place it on yourself to help deal with melee users, or you can use it to clear minions. It's great. Now, when you get to level 5, the choice should always be the left choice. Efficiency Expert. Let me tell you why. Einschwei Cry, which is the right one, adds an extra 25% to the 50%. So, let's say he's doing a normal damage of 50. That's just an example. And has 6 in the magazine, and that is actually true. If you're hitting the same person with all bullets, then you'll have 2 bullets doing an extra 75%, while the rest 4 bullets are doing at the base 50 damage, not 50%. After some exquisite math, the full clip deals 325 damage. Now, if you choose Efficiency Expert, then that means you'll have 3 bullets dealing 50% extra damage, and the other 3 at the 50 base damage, not percent. After some more marvelous math, the whole clip deals a max of 375 damage. So not only does it make it easier to pull off your passive, but it just has a higher damage output. So please do your fellow gentlemen a favor and stick with Efficiency Expert. Now, next on the Helix is the left, Long Haul Houdini, and the right, Distant Time. I prefer the Long Haul Houdini, although if you choose Waste Makes Haste at level 1, then Distant Time makes it easier to support your teammates. And if you're wondering about that middle piece, it's called a mutation. The higher you get your character, the more mutations you get, allowing you to choose a middle piece rather than the left to the right ones. Now, if you do have this mutation, I prefer to choose that because the more Houdinis you have on the map, the more enemies you're revealing, as well as the added damage. If you guys want me to make another short video on what to do with Helix after I have all the mutations, just let me know in the comments section. Other than that, let us move forth to level 7, where you will choose the right or left, because honestly, they're both pretty good. I prefer Bang for the Buck, because the damage really helps in finishing off people, but I can see Auto Loader being helpful if you find yourself missing a lot of shots. If we move on to level 8, we are given another difficult choice where both are beneficial. I do prefer left Windfall, because it works well with the Temporal Distortion damage. And at level 9, we are given another difficult crossroad. I usually pick the right, Cease and Desist, because it really helps in escaping high level melees, which are pretty damaging with their ults. And the last piece of the puzzle that I prefer is the right, Wallhacks.exe. This helps eliminate a lot of the ult's weakness. Spindle Blast is good because now you get 2 chances to hit someone, but you can still easily miss both of them. And that ends the Helix segment. Now, I'd show you some gear to go with Marquis, but that's all RNG, and I feel like I haven't really gotten anything to suit his needs. When I do, I'll probably include it in the description or the Helix mutation video. Well, that's all I have to say about Marquis. If you have any other further questions, just put them in the comment section, and me or my co-host will try to answer them as soon as we can. Don't forget to like or subscribe if you enjoyed. Seriously? Don't forget to like or subscribe if you enjoyed. And as usual, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out.